हेलो दोस्तों, वेलकम बैक टू द स्ट्रीम। आप लोगों का स्वागत है स्ट्रीम में। आज अपने आप से आ गए हैं चेस खेल लें। तो शुरू करते हैं। लेट्स बिगिन। सो दिस टाइम आई एम गोइंग टू कन्वर्स इन इंग्लिश so that more audience can interact with us. Okay, so guys, I'm going to converse in English. Is that fine for today? या फिर छोड़ो यार, हिंदी में ही करते हैं। हिंदी भी अच्छा ही है, पर इंग्लिश इज गुड। या because eventually it attracts more audience. या हेलो अक्षित भाई, कैसे हो भाई? कैसी चल रही है पढ़ाई अक्षित सर? और अक्षित भाई, हाउ इज द स्टडी गोइंग ऑन? क्वीन को C7 पे रखते हैं, प्रेशर बनाते हैं। और अब नाइट B4, अपने को बिशप मारना है यहाँ पे। एंड नाउ आई कैन टेक विद द नाइट एज वेल because I want to take this. I'm already putting pressure on the F4 pawn. So first I'm going to take on D3. I'm going to take on H2, giving a check. And now I'm simply going to play knight F6. Looks fine. Let's simply get the knight in the game. Knight E4 is also coming maybe. And even maybe first bishop F4. Okay, let's first pull back the bishop. Let's pull back the bishop. And let's see. Okay, so opponent has played C4, putting pressure in the center, which I don't really care. Opponent can push. I don't want the opponent to push. So I'm going to place B6, controlling C5. And now just getting the rooks into the game. And now opponent has played Queen H3. So first idea here is to simply trade off the material, which makes sense somewhere. But I believe bishop B4 is much better, putting pressure on the knight and the rook. I want to capture this. First I'll capture the rook. And now I just need to trade off the pieces because I'm already in exchange up, pawn up, many things up. And now I guess first getting the knight in the game. And now I'm already having a brilliant move, maybe some sort of a brilliancy. First attacking the knight. The rook cannot capture the pawn because eventually it's going to be a mate. And now I believe it's time for a... First of all, I can take this guy. I can simply take the knight, and this is completely winning possession. Opening up the bishop, but bro, it's not going to work because of rook E1. Opponent takes the rook, it's a check, and he loses the queen. And this should be game over. This should be game over. And that's it. स्कदूश, गेम खत्म हो चुका है। ठीक है, सो जीरो मिस्टेक, जीरो ब्लंडर, जीरो मिसेस हुए हैं। ठीक है, लेट्स एनालाइज द गेम और देखते हैं कि कहाँ गलती हुई है। तो एक तो बिशप D7 पे खेला मैंने, दैट मेक सेंस। C5 खेला, मारा, बिशप निकाला, क्वीन C7, नाइट B4, नहीं फ्री में आई है, नाइट D7, pawn push, and we took the bishop, we took the pawn, knight F6, bishop goes back. And I think कुछ था ही नहीं ओपोनेंट के पास। बहुत ब्लंडर भाई, बहुत ज़्यादा ब्लंडर। लेट्स प्ले न्यू गेम। हेलो पवन भाई, हेलो 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 दोस्तों, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। ओके, नाइट को F6 पर रखते हैं, E6, बिशप B4 द निम्सो, C5 आई थिंक मेन मूव है यहाँ पे, pawn push और B5, E4 D6, pawn takes आई थिंक। ओके, knight E2 खेला, okay, A3, I think bishop A5, I think bishop A5, knight here, and I believe I can push the pawn now, knight D7, knight B6, all according to the plan. सब प्लान के मुताबिक नाइट को B6 पर रखेंगे। ओपोनेंट ने B4 किया तो एन पास कर सकता हूँ, सो बिशप तो मर नहीं रहा, ठीक है, बिशप नहीं मर रहा इस पोजीशन में। नाइट को खेला ओपोनेंट ने, एंड नाउ लेट्स प्ले द मूव शॉर्ट कैसल। ओके, नॉट शॉर्ट कैसल एक्चुअली, but pulling the knight back to G8 with the idea of knight e7, short castle and f5. This makes sense. f5. Now f5 is coming in, and now yeah, f5 definitely looks good. Knight g6 also looks good. f5 looks pretty, I believe. f5 takes, knight takes, knight. Yeah, f5 looks good to me. f5 looks a good move to me. So let's see what will opponent. Okay, he took, will took, and basically अपनी rook की file खुली हुई है. We can take with the bishop, getting the pieces into the game with absolutely no problems. And now first capturing the bishop, capturing the knight, then capturing the over here, and now bishop e6, maybe with the idea of, I don't know, maybe knight f4. Maybe knight f4. He can take on e5. Okay, not the best way जो मैंने खेला है, but maybe it still works. It still works. Okay, if I take, he will take. Yeah, I can take this. I can take this and make the things complicated, but it won't be good for me for sure. Maybe simply d5. Simply d5. Attacking the bishop. Keeping the bishop. I think मैंने जो pawn मारा वो नहीं मारना चाहिए था. एक yeah, hello रुचिर जोशी, कैसे हो भाई? Okay, attacking the bishop. I can get the queen to g5, which seems like a good move. Also knight h3 is also coming, so opponent have to play a bit precise. Okay, rook f4, and now rook f8 is coming, getting the pieces into the game. That makes sense. ठीक है. So queen b5, and now okay, and now how? Maybe c4 first. c4, queen c6, and yeah, no good idea. But I believe just rook f8 with the idea of capturing on f3. That makes sense. Queen c5, rook f3, rook f3, rook f3, bishop takes. If rook takes, I'm having. Okay, maybe I'm not having anything, but still. At least checking takes makes sense. Still takes makes sense. Okay, एक क्वेश्चन पूछ सकता हूँ क्या? हाँ, for sure रुचिर जोशी भाई, definitely पूछो भाई. And your opponent ने मार लिया as expected, and first I think kind of looks kind of forced. Rook takes, and now the main question here is that maybe it's losing. Yeah, maybe it's a draw, but the time is extremely less, so it should be winning for him. But I'll try to make as many moves possible in the position so that I can get a draw. Let's see if I can. It would be at least interesting to see. Okay, this is. Okay, I lost on time भाई टाइम से हरा दिया भाई. ब्रो आपका एजुकेशन क्या चालू है? हाँ भाई, एजुकेशन इज़ गोइंग ऑन. गेम काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग था बट मैं हार गया टाइम के थ्रू. थोड़ा जल्दी खेलना पड़ेगा, मतलब टाइम पे थोड़ा ध्यान देना पड़ेगा. नाइट निकालते हैं. लेट्स गेट द बिशप. और अब थोड़ा सा चलो थोड़ा सा सिंपल खेलते हैं, गोकू पियानो मेन लाइन एंड स्टफ। d4 टेक्स e5, d5 बिशप b5। आई थिंक यही लाइन है, मुझे ऐसा लगता है मे बी। पॉन टेक्स बिशप b4 नाइट c3। ओके लाइन क्या थी, b4 थी शायद। Okay, if I take bishop b4 check, knight c3, knight c3, bc3, bc3, bishop d2, bishop a1, queen a1. Okay, complex नहीं करते, let's not complex things. pawn मार लेते हैं और simple chess खेलते हैं. Let's capture the pawn and play some simple position. Simple chess खेलते हैं. That's the plan. पहले नाइट मारते हैं और शॉर्ट कैसल कर लेते हैं। अब नाइट निकाल लेते हैं नाइट मारने के लिए, बस पीसेस निकालते हैं, इतना कुछ करना नहीं है। हाय अंशुल, हेलो असफार जमली, प्ले विथ मी नारुतो 42 फॉर श्योर। हेलो मोहम्मद रोनी, कैसे हो भाई? दोस्तों हेलो दोस्तों, जितने भी लोग देख रहे हो हेलो दोस्तों, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। ओके तो आई थिंक मैं फर्स्ट नाइट मार सकता हूँ यहाँ पे, बट आई थिंक मैं फर्स्ट बिशप मारूंगा। ऑपोजिट कलर बिशप है फॉर श्योर, बट स्टिल पोजीशन में काफ़ी जान है, ठीक है। सो गाइस द पोजीशन इज full of interesting things, anything can happen. Let's see opponent, what will opponent play. Okay, so opponent has played f5, so I think first f3 makes sense, attacking the knight, kind of provoking the opponent to take the knight, and that makes sense. Knight d2, bishop d2, the rook can go to c1, first maybe queen c2, maybe just b3, just b3, putting the rook on c1, or yeah, rook c1 makes sense. Rook c5 coming in. Queen c1 as well. The position is very rich. Rook e1, e6 can also be an idea. So first, let's play the move. Okay, black's idea is definitely to push the pawn at some point. So first we are going to get the rook with the intention of pushing the pawn further to e6. Let's play e6, yeah. And now, how to play the position is the question. So maybe first playing the move queen e2 with the idea of getting the pieces in. And that makes sense, queen d4. Queen d4 attacking the rook, putting pressure at least. And now, maybe just getting the bishop in as well, capturing the pawn, getting the bishop, putting pressure, and that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so black trying to get the rook, attacking the queen, simply pulling back the queen, and now how to play once again. Okay, maybe first pulling back the rook, coming with the bishop like this, that makes sense. Sort of, I believe. It makes some sense, so sort of. Queen a6 is also happening. First, let's pull back the bishop with the idea of bishop e7. Yeah. Bishop e7, moving the rook. And I'm having queen d4 at least. For the very least, queen d4. Takes. And now, okay, let's say bishop c5 maybe. I can take the pawn, that's not forcing though. So I'll pull back the rook with the idea of getting more pieces into the game. And now first capturing the pawn. The time is less, so I have to play fast for sure, or else the opponent is definitely going to flag me once again, and I don't want to go for that. Maybe first moving the rook. pushing the pawn. G3 finally, trying to open apart the position with the idea of F4 as well. Oh, okay, to be true not. Yeah, now pulling back the rook. Let's push the pawn. If he takes, it's going to be real fun. Yeah, he didn't took. Okay, let's get the king. They should be winning anytime now. I'm even having more time on the clock compared to my opponent. And this is winning for sure now. So yeah, come on, guys. That's how you play chess. Okay, bro, आप रैपिड खेल के हमें सिखा भी सकते हो. प्लीज़ रैपिड खेलो. तो बहुत तगड़ा खेलता है. Thank you, thank you. So let's analyze the game. So it was a fine opening. Nothing crazy. Developing the pieces, knight d2, bishop takes, pawn takes, f5, f3, trading off bishops. And you see now, we have the bishop pair, but I'm having a strong pawn on d5, e5. Eventually, with the help of this pawn, I pushed. And now if black takes, I can takes and putting pressure over here. So black went back, queen e2, getting the queen, getting the bishop. Eventually putting pressure, trading off the queens, capturing a pawn, finally breaking apart on the king side, opening up the, expanding the pawns further. And now you see this pawn is weak, and eventually I targeted that pawn, and now that's winning. That's winning. So guys, that's how you play chess. That's exactly how you play chess, and that's exactly how you should play chess if you really want to improve. Okay. So Rudra Thakur is saying, bro, what's your age? So my age is currently 19 years. I'm currently 19 years old. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you, Karthik Natraj. Thank you. Okay, what about rapid? Definitely I can play rapid, but rapid is going to take a lot of time compared to rapid and blitz, and then I won't be able to play many games. So I think if I'm able to play more games, it would be entertaining for you guys as well to watch and have fun. And if I play less game, I think it won't be that much entertaining. So that's basically the idea. So Karthik Natraj is saying it's more about game here and not shitty talks. Nice one, brother. Keep it up. Keep it going. Support here. I need to learn more. Stuck at 1400 elo. No worries, Karthik Natraj. You are eventually going to learn. You are eventually going to improve chess. Like, there are 3 phases in the game of chess: opening, middle game, and end game. And eventually, if you are able to work on all the 3 concepts, your chess is eventually going to improve. And the main aspect, I believe, in the chess world or in the game of chess here is the middle game. If you are able to improve your middle game, your chess level is simply going to reach to some another level. And believe me, that's true. Okay, so opponent has first developed the bishop with the idea of maybe queen g4 in the mind and stuff. So first I can develop the knight as well. That also makes sense. But I don't want my opponent to go for some sort of a kingside attack. I don't want it. I want to protect my king. How can I do it? I think simply taking the pawn so that it opens up my path of the queen to go on the king side. Okay, Gukesh or Magnus? Okay, to be very true, like from the quality game wise, I believe definitely Magnus. But as a national, like as supporting the country, definitely Gukesh. Gukesh is definitely going to become way stronger than he is now, and he's already very strong. But yeah, Magnus is kind of a goat. I think anyone would definitely agree with it. Okay, next game opening with g5 Kilo for sure. If you want that, for sure. but please don't spam. Okay, so short castle, and now I can first take, but then opponent is having queen g4 check and capturing the knight. That's the idea. So first I believe maybe I need to develop my bishop. So first I'm going to put the queen on the king side, and then develop my bishop to the on b7. Okay, by how to consistently follow the check capture and attack concept. I follow it for a few moves, but then I completely ignore it, and then realize later when I analyze my game. Yeah, understood. So Mastan, I think like at like when you are starting to improve, eventually you have to do it consciously, but eventually as it's become a habit, you are going to do it subconsciously. So this is basically the same thing. You see. So I think first f5 maybe, yeah, or maybe just b6. B6 also makes sense. So it's not actually, it's not like you have to follow this check captures. Okay, it's a check and he loses the queen because he cannot capture the knight. So basically it's not something that you have to follow each and every move, like check captures attack. Like it's something that you need to, like it's not compulsory. You need to understand the. It's going to eventually will get to you eventually as you keep on playing, as you will keep on improving. You will get the idea of what I'm trying to say. But for sure you are definitely going to improve, that for sure. So first now going to capture a pawn on f4. I'm having less time on the clock, that's for sure, so I have to play a bit fast. I need to trade off the rooks at least, so that I can easily convert the position. That sounds like a plan. Let me get the rook in as well. Getting the rook in. And now getting the queen in as well. I could have captured the rook, yeah, and that, no, it's winning now. It doesn't matter what the opponent plays, it's eventually going to be a mate. And that's a mate. He's having one move which is a5, and that's a mate. So yeah, I would say like a very fancy mate, yeah. But yeah, I stuck at on 850 Elo in rapid. He will resign, yeah. He didn't resign actually. He played till the mate. Wow. Okay, now so now first let's play with sophisticated SCL. He's sending me a challenge. Okay. First a4, I think this is the line a4, and now developing the knight to f3 maybe, or maybe just e3, attacking the pawn on c4. This also makes sense. Developing the knight to f3, and now we'll capture the pawn. So this is also fine. Like how to play the position once again. First I'm going to castle short, and now I'm going to put my queen on e2, which is the main stuff. And now bishop d2 maybe. Like at the right time I want to go for e4 stuff. Okay, so now how to play the position. If he pushes, I can take. I can push the pawn. If he takes, I takes. And that makes more sense. Though he's having this knight b6 idea, which I missed. Takes 6. Ah, okay. I missed the push of the pawn, yeah. Okay, definitely I missed this particular e4 move, which is definitely bad. And now I'm having a worse position for sure. So I think I have to take the pawn, and that kind of looks like the only way. Yeah. आप कितने साल से खेल रहे हो chess? So Pawan bhai, I'm playing for 8 years now. I'm playing for the 8 years. What's your favorite opening? So my favorite opening is I think first I can take over here. Yeah. So my favorite opening is with the white piece. With the white pieces, it's Queen's Gambit, and with the black pieces, it's French defense. Like it's the opening that I play. Okay, so now opponent is threatening kind of checkmate ideas. I can push the pawn, but she can still take. So I maybe just king h1, king h1 with the idea of rook g1. That makes sense. And maybe I can use the double bishop pair to create some sort of an attack on the king side. That makes a lot of sense, and it looks quite dangerous if the opponent is not able to react to it properly. So I believe it can be a good idea. So first maybe, okay, first I'll play rook g1 because now the g1 is hanging, g7 is hanging. The opponent have to push the pawn, has to, and now it's sort of a thing how to play. Maybe bishop b3, covering everything with the idea of I don't know, maybe I can push. Okay, queen h4 we have on the board. Okay, now how to play? Let's understand. If I'm able to exert more pressure over here, then it would make more sense. I'll try to push the pawn, attacking the knight. And my idea here is I want the opponent to go back with his knight to d7. And I'm going to play queen d3, attacking the knight. And now if he misses, I'm already having this rook g6 idea. I'm already having this rook g6, h6, queen g6. He can't take because the pawn is pinned, and that would eventually be a mate. So sophisticated SCL has to play some good chess now. Hello One Shot Chess. Hello Super124. How are you? How are you doing? So currently I'm attacking the knight. So is he going to protect it by maybe rook d8 or something? Maybe rook d8, fg8 maybe. He can't. I believe he can't defend everything. And this is definitely not working. It's going to be a mate. Because if he goes to f8, and yeah, if I was the idea and eventually the opponent slipped away, and that's the mate. So a very interesting position. Let's play with PVR underscore 01 because he sent in the challenge first. So yeah guys, yeah. Okay, let's play the French. रहने दो उसे, उज्जवल भाई को आंसर देने के मूड में नहीं है. What happened भाई, क्या हुआ? No sound, आवाज़ नहीं आ रही. I guess अब आ रही होगी. अब आ रही है ना आवाज़? हाँ. नहीं guys, please ask the questions. I would love to answer your questions. Okay. So okay, opponent has played bishop d3, and now maybe I can first play the move. Maybe c5 also makes sense. I can take with the knight. If queen takes, bishop b5 check he's having. Maybe c5 looks some sort of an interesting idea to me. c5, putting pressure in the center. In last match can help play queen f7. At what point queen f7? Okay, so white decided to capture the pawn. Let me recapture the pawn back with the bishop, and let's see what will opponent play. Hello, hello Amos, how are you? Hello guys, everyone watching the stream. Okay, let me capture with the bishop, and you see now I'm developing the center. I'm having I have already developed my knight and the bishop. I can take the pawn, which also makes sense. Takes, knight takes, bishop takes, and I can be a pawn up. This is one of the ideas that I can play. I can actually go for this because I would simply be a pawn up. Let's see how can we win such a fine position, like equalish position. Do you play chess full time? Uh, kind of. You can say for this year. Basically, the goal is to reach 1 lakh subscribers by the end of 2025. That's a promise that I gave to my father. I wanted to give 1 year to chess. So, like, it depends actually, but yeah, I want to do it. I want to reach 100k subscriber. Let's do it. And now maybe simply short castle. Rook d8, attacking the king can be an idea. I'm already a pawn up. The position looks fine. King 8. ब्रो टर्न R8 गेमिंग के साथ मैच करो. ब्रो तुम R8 गेमिंग. Okay, King 8. Okay. Okay, so opponent has pushed the pawn. I can also push the pawn to f6 now, first attacking the knight. Opponent will try to move the knight, and then I'm having my own ideas in which I can play. Okay, so live chat is saying, bro, how you doing? Also, what your plan for your chess? So, currently the plan is to just play chess and eventually improve with the time. Not focusing on results, but focusing on the process. That's the plan. Yes, Shah in the chat. आज इतने कम लोग. हाँ भाई आज कम है, but let's see. Play against equal rating players. Yeah, for sure, it's actually a good idea. I can push the pawn, that's an idea. But I think first I want to just play knight c6. Just knight c6, getting the pieces into the game. Okay, माइक ऑटोमेटिक ऑफ कैसे हो रहा है पता नहीं, मतलब इधर है एक बटन तो बेसिकली अपने आप ऑफ हो जा रहा है, तो मैं उसको दबा के कर रहा हूँ सही. Okay, because I love chess. Yes, sure. Okay, bishop c5. So here I can first do you participate in Tata Youth Champions? What is that? I'm not really having any idea about Tata Youth Champions. You can guide me, and that would be my pleasure. Then what? Then what would you say? Like it would be a good to reach this rating in this amount of time. Yeah, it has been fair when we have not touched 10,000 subscribers yet, but no worries. Let's do the process. How you make plans in middle game. Basically, there are many things that you need to keep in mind of playing middle games. Like there are two ways, majorly I believe. One here is you can play the middle game depending upon the by watching the games of top players in that particular opening. Like that's usually the one way. And the other way. Okay, first let me play rook c8. Yeah, and the other way here is to generally study the middle game. Like there are many topics under the middle game section which are weak squares, outpost, bishop pair advantage, minority attack, um, attack on the king side, yeah, prophylaxis and stuff. You see, yeah, it's related to gaming events including chess. Okay, and now I have to pull back the bishop, maybe to f5. Age. So Kanishk, my age is currently 19. I'm currently 19. Okay, slightly saying, bro, I'm hard stuck on 900 elo. I want to reach 1500, and how much time it takes. Please guide me. To be true, if you play chess, if you invest time on chess, maybe around you can reach it around maximum 3 months, I believe. It's not that hard to reach 1400 or 1500. Okay, so the knight went back, and now I can first capture the pawn on c2, and this already looks winning because both the rooks are coming on the second rank, and it would be fun. Let me get the knight attacking the rook and the pawn. Maybe the opponent will play maybe just the rook here, and now getting the other rook as well. And this is completely winning. This is completely winning, believe me or not. Satyam Jaiswal, yo bro, how to get better at chess? Like you get better at chess. So basically, it's all about consistency, discipline. Basically, I love chess. I used to participate. I am participating in chess tournaments regularly, and like the best way to improve in chess, I personally think, is analyzing your own games. Play maximum games possible, and analyze each and every game of yours after completion of the game, and try to learn from it, and try to not repeat that mistake again. That's actually the best way. Basically, doing the errors, learning from it, and eventually improving by yourself. I believe that is the universal best method. Okay, now let me play the rook. Okay, now let me play a bit fast because my time is getting a bit low. Let me get the king in, maybe. Opponent can capture the pawn, which I missed to be true. Now I can first pull back the knight, pull back the king. I can try to push the pawn, and that looks kind of fine. Okay, putting pressure over here, not allowing the white king to progress further. I can push the pawn, that makes sense. Okay, I'm losing the pawn. Opponent missed it. Missed it. Okay, I have to push. Push. The knight is hanging, and I'm also trying to make the queen. He can't stop both, and that's winning. This is winning. It doesn't matter whatever he plays, it's completely winning. Yeah. So PVR underscore 01, it was a good game. It was a good game for sure. Yeah. It could take 2 to 3 at mostly by full effort. I wasn't say it was my full effort, but it took that amount of time for me. Yeah, exactly. 2 to 3 months is good enough. Hello, bhai. Hello, all in one. How are you? Okay, like I reached 1600, but from there on I cannot move forward. Basically, everyone has their own stages where they have to put efforts, a bit more effort than they usually do to improve. Okay, onward I will analyze my games. Perfect. Life shit, how much time it took you to reach 1500? Hello, भाई lock सही हो गया क्या by the way? Yeah, lock is perfectly fine now. Okay, let's first abort the game and let's play a new game. Okay, let's play 1d4. I can take is an option, but I'll push. I'll go for push. I'm going for the hard path. Easy path is never easy. Okay. Developing the knight, that makes sense. Okay, so how will the opponent play? I'm simply developing my pieces. The question is, how is the opponent going to play? So bishop d6, that makes sense. First, I'm going to push the pawn to e4 maybe. That looks like a simple possession, yeah. Benoit gambit, sort of. Okay, I can take with the c and the e pawn. But I believe I would like to take with the e pawn. I would like to take with the e pawn, knight f3. Check bishop e2, absolutely fine position once again. I did take a break in middle, but still 3 months back. Counting that break, I played chess every day, watching a lot of videos and many speedrun of my favorite player, playing in curtain opening. Okay, slightly. Oh, opening king right. Okay, can you tell the name? Who's who's who are you watching? Of speedrun. Thanks, it might work for. Glad you helped me. Okay, so bishop f4. Developing the pieces, not doing anything special. Bishop goes to d3. And you see, black is having a permanent weakness over here. First a4, stopping b5 stuff. And now, maybe just getting the rook into the game. That also makes sense. Okay, putting pressure. Maybe just queen c2, pulling back the queen. That also makes sense. Thanks, it might work for. Glad you helped me. Okay. Daniel Noroditsky, definitely. Daniel is one of my favorite commentator as well. Or and you can say as a person, he's also a very nice guy, I believe. So I've played b3, cementing everything, protecting everything, not going anything crazy. Yeah, Richard Joshi, what happened? What happened? You can please send me your question. Let me see. You have not asked the question, I believe. Okay, so we have rook d8, and now maybe just knight d2 looks good to me with the idea of knight e4, getting the pieces into the game. Let me take with the rook, and now the position looks definitely fine to me at least. His video are perfect, understandable. Yeah, that's true. Let's take over here, and now I don't know, maybe just trying to get the knight and the bishop in. Attacking the d6 pawn makes sense. Maybe I can take and play bishop d2 maybe, with the idea of queen f5 at some point. Even I'm not sure. Now knight b1. Queen. Okay, now the queen is trapped. Wow. The queen is trapped. The queen is trapped. It's not easy. It's not easy. Okay, now I'm going to win this. The knight is also hanging. And this is just game over. Yeah, good game. Good game. So yeah, let's read some comments. Hey bro, I've reached 550 elo from 100 elo. Congratulations. Bro, मैं रुचिर का क्वेश्चन पूरा चैट में ढूंढा बट नहीं मिला मुझे भी. I sent 5 times my question in live stream. Okay bro, bye. I go now. Was just checking up on you. Yeah, it was fun. मैच खेलोगे मेरे साथ? For sure. नहीं खाना भाई. नहीं खाना. So I believed I played a good game. no real mistakes, and eventually the opponent grabbed his own queen. मम्मी नहीं नहीं होगा मेरे से, मम्मी नहीं होगा, सेम में नहीं होगा, नहीं हो पाएगा भाई, मेरा पेट बहुत भरा हुआ है, बहुत ज़्यादा भरा हुआ है, मैं नहीं खाने वाला. Okay, so let's keep on playing. Let's see who will accept the challenge. Okay, so we have 2200 Elo pure cup. Okay, let's develop the knight. उसमें रखिए, गंदी है और मम्मी मैं नहीं खा पाऊंगा, मजाक से. Okay, let me push the pawn. G5 attacking the bishop. Maybe this is one of the ways to play. Even opponent can give a check. Opponent missed it, and now I'll play h5. Wow, playing some unorthodox style chess. Let's see if it will work or not. And now I can push the pawn further. I can even take, that's also looks like a fine idea. Let me see if I can I can push, that also makes sense. I can also take, that also makes sense. Equal sense. And now opponent is having this open h file, but I'm having my own cards in the game. Queen d6 attacking the pawn. If knight e2, maybe I'm having this queen b4 check capturing the pawn at some point, and I believe that could be playable. That is playable. Yeah, for sure, Shubham, for sure. Eventually it will happen. So knight e2, I can go for this. This makes sense. Giving a check, capturing the pawn, being a pawn up. Challenge accept karo ek match please. For sure. Pataria Rohan, please send me the challenge after this match. And now I'm going to capture this pawn, attack the rook, developing my pieces. Maybe bishop f5 also makes some sense. Okay, let me capture a pawn. Rook b1 I can capture on a2 as well. For sure. Yeah, hello. So bishop is coming on f5, attacking the pawn on c2. Okay, opponent has already blunted the rook. I think it would be definitely a mouse click, or like mouse slip or something. Okay, maybe some checks idea, but I don't see any problems and any real issues in the position. So first getting the queen. I can move my king. I'm pretty happy. I'm a rook up. And now I can maybe... Okay, let's see. Maybe just knight c6 also makes sense. e5 also makes sense. Okay, but I can play e5. The king is in the center. I should not take that much risk. I'll simply focus on my development. Takes bishop f5. Simply focusing on developing. Yeah, for sure, enough. For sure. I will definitely play with you. Okay, now attacking the pawn on c2. That's an idea. Let's check over there. If I'm able to trade off the queens, that's completely winning now. Okay, can't castle. That's something I forgot. So okay, I just need to move. King c8, king b7. My king is going to be safe, and then I think the opponent is good to resign. Okay, I'll pull back the bishop, protecting the pawns, and nothing's happening. Yeah, hello, hi. Yeah, definitely I'll play bullet with you for sure. And now playing a5 with the idea of a4. If you move the knight, he loses the knight. And the knight is already protected by the queen. So I believe the opponent should resign now. Opponent can resign. I'll capture the knight now. And now I can. How can I play? Okay, let's think. I can't move my knight because it would be mate in one. I can play bishop to d7, sacrificing the pawn over here, but that's also winning. And now playing e6, attacking the queen. Bishop goes to e7 maybe, or even d6 check, or even bishop d6 check, and that looks winning. And okay, the opponent is trading off the queen, and that's completely winning. I think the opponent can resign now. That's the best option for the opponent. But that's his choice once again, yeah. Check. Getting the knight in. Maybe capturing the pawn. And that's a mate. That's a one move mate, and that's game over. So pure cap, that was a good game. Are you an IITian? No, bhai. I'm not an IITian. I'm 19 years old, and I'm currently doing BBA. Okay, let's play with Eren Yeager. Let's play with Eren Yeager. मम्मी 0 कर दिया 0 किया है आपने प्लीज 2 कर दो मैंने जैकेट पहनी है मम्मी पानी भर दो Okay, let's play Queen's Gambit via c4. Yeah, for sure. Sorry, Arnav. Like she sent me the challenge and I simply accepted it. But definitely I'm going to play with you. No worries, guys. I'm going to play with everyone by one. So please wait. Please wait for your turns, guys. Yeah. Hello, Prashant Rawat. Hello, Ankita Edits. I'm not aware of your real names. So I forgot. Yeah. Hello, Shweta. Can I play? For sure. Okay, opponent pushed the pawn. Now the bishop has not yet been developed. I would like to develop my light square bishop via g2. As there is no pawn on d5, that makes some sense to develop the bishop on g2. So let's do it. Let's follow that. And let's simply develop the pieces. Bishop d2 maybe first. Trying to protect the knight. Let's see how will the opponent react over there. Let's see. Yeah, bishop goes to g2. We are going to simply castle up, and the position is going to be very solid. We'll take with the pawn, keeping the bishop pair alive, going to have a nice center. I think already c4 with the idea of maybe playing the knight. Okay, let's see. c4. Opponent is forced to move the knight. I don't know, maybe c4 already looks good to me. In the eye of me, I think c4 already looks like a good move. If I want to improve, if you need to improve, you have to go for the lines which requires calculation. You need to believe in your calculation. So I'm thinking knight e5. Knight e5, knight e5, bishop h8, bishop a8. He can take the pawn. And I'm not liking that particular fact. And for that very reason, I'm going to castle up. Simply castle up. So Splinker P, you can send me the challenge after this game, at the end of this game. And I will simply accept it. And we will have a game. That's it. Okay, so black played rook to b8. Makes sense. So we can play e3. That is one move that is playable. Bishop g5 is another way. If I'm able to play e3, like, which is playable, but I believe the bishop deserves to be on f4 because it put pressure on the dark squares. I have to prepare to put a worthy fight today. Worthy fight, lost today, PVR. For sure, Prashant Rawat, it was a good game. You played a good game, for sure. And it was fun to play with you. Okay, so bishop f4 we have. We want to develop the pieces. We want to centralize the pieces. Currently, we are having the bishop pair as well, which makes sense. So maybe first rook e1 with the idea of e4, maybe having a nice center. With the idea of even maybe a4, a5, who knows? And that also makes sense. That also makes sense. So guys, if you are enjoying, you guys can please like the stream, subscribe if you are new, and you guys can even share with your friends. Your friends can join, they can send me the challenges, and it would be good too. It would be good, it would be interesting. So let's play a4 now, finally expanding on the queen side. So guys, I just forgot, but I'm going to basically do some rating climb series where I would be playing games starting from scratch of 400 elo on chess.com, and it's going to be very interesting to see how, like, basically I'm going to play while communicating, like how a good player thinks while playing the game of chess. So I think it would be interesting series personally. Please let me know in the comments that do you guys think is it a good idea? Bro, तुम 2 AI के बीच में chess match करा के वीडियो बनाओ उसकी. Yeah, it's kind of same like Gotham Chess, like what Gotham Chess is doing maybe. Bro, have you read any books on chess, Satyam Chess? Well, yeah, I've actually read one book sincerely in the whole life of mine, and the name of the book here is Discernment's Complete Endgame Course. Like, to be true, which I completed 70 to 80%, like during lockdown maybe. It's a very interesting book, and it's a good book. It's a very good book. So it's a good book you guys can read. And Discernment's Complete Endgame Course, yeah, that's the book. So we have knight before, now moving the queen to b2 maybe, with the idea of bishop c7, queen c7, and capturing the knight. The position is rich, anything can happen. Jeremy Silman, perfect, yeah, Jeremy Silman, that's the name of the author. And now maybe first getting the knight in. I think white's position is much better because of the piece placement. That's what I believe. Oh. Let's pull back the knight. I want to keep this threat alive. I want to take over here. Why are you worsening a 600? I'm basically playing with the viewers or subscribers, you can say. I'm playing with everyone who wants to play with me. So yeah, you can also play with me. It's going to be fun. So a5, attacking, protecting the knight, that makes sense. I'm not having bishop c7 anymore. So yeah. Okay, let's play rook c1, getting the pieces over here. As I can't push the pawn further, it makes sense to get one rook to c1, one rook to d1, and try to go for the c5 break, which makes sense. Yeah. I want to push the pawn now. Let's do it. Let's play c5. I don't know, but I'm having a good feeling about it. Opponent pulled back the knight, and I can push the pawn. That's an idea. That's a possibility. I can take. He can take. I take, he take. And I take it. Which looks winning to me maybe. which maybe looks winning to me. And this could be some potentially good idea, which can help me win the game. So let's do it. अब तो देख लो GM शायद के ऊपर ही है question. Why the opponent is not playing like 600 elo? I don't know. Hello Satyajit. Hello Satyajit. How are you doing? So finally I can capture a pawn. I would love to capture with the bishop, as it attacks 3 pieces in a row, which makes sense. So it's within 5 minutes. Only 30 seconds are remaining without any increments. So I have to play fast in order to win the game. If I really want to win the game. Okay, let me pull back the queen now. Attacking the pawn, attacking the knight, and also attacking the rook. That makes sense. And now, kind of the knight is also trapped. He can protect it, but I can still take it. He can play something like queen d7, queen e8, and try to defend the knight. That makes sense. And now he's even low on time, and that's what is going to give me advantage. So first attacking the queen. Now queen e8 is the only move. Okay, so queen b5 is also a move, yeah. So maybe first capturing the rook. Playing rook b1. Attack over here, attacking over here, attacking over here. And that's, okay, now capturing the queen, capturing the knight. And that's game over now. So Eren Yeager, it was a good game. It was a good game for sure. Yeah, you actually played a very good game. So okay, okay, I made a blunder and I missed something. Okay, so there's something winning. Okay, maybe 95 is simply winning. 95, yeah. I thought takes. Oh, okay, I can actually take this, and that's a double attack. I simply missed it. Okay, let's play with Shweta 1996 as yes, as she sent me the low time challenge, so it's good. So guys, if you want to play, please send me 3+2, 3+0, 5+0, basically blitz format challenges, which would be easy and it would be fast to play. Okay, so we have knight c3 and we have short castle. Simply playing the game queen b3, I can take, that's an option, but I'll first play e6 with the idea of taking over here and then playing b5. It's a question to see how will white play. It's a question for sure. Will the opponent... Okay, opponent develop the bishop, let me take the pawn now. And now let me play b5. With the idea of bishop b7, knight d7, c5. And it looks like good. The position is good for black. I don't see... Like, I'm feeling pretty comfortable with the move of knight d7, c5. And white has already moved the bishop quite a lot, wasting the time. So let me play c5 now. Getting a break, and that makes sense. Forget Elo Chess 56. I'm sorry. Definitely I'm going to play with Arnav. Arnav, be online. I'm going to send you the challenge after this game for sure. That's extremely my bad for not playing with you because I forgot. But yeah. Yeah, Rohan, it was a good game, yeah. It was fun to play with you. Rook c8, getting the pieces. I have copied your ID and I'm going to send you the challenge. Enough chess after this game. So guys, one thing I'm pretty happy about here is we have 17 viewers and we have 17 likes, which actually make things more interesting. Okay, opponent played h3, simply improving the position. I'm going to do the same. We have knight h2 and knight h. Okay, I'm not sure about knight h2. I'm going to first capture the pawn now. I'm finally going to capture a pawn now. If queen takes, I'm going to play queen c7 with the idea of rook d8, getting the pieces. And now knight b6. The knight deserves on d5. Opponent is already having an IQP, isolated pawn. And I'm going to use that to put the maximum pressure on my opponent, and that makes sense. Let's do it. And now the knight goes to d5 usually. I can also first take, but I'll first take the bishop. And now I'll simply put the knight on d5, because if I'm able to trade off the knight, it's only good for me. That's it. It's only going to benefit me. So queen d5, queen d5, rook d8. Maybe I should have doubled on the c5, but that's also fine. That's also fine. Yeah, now I'm going to play knight over here. Bishop goes to f6, putting pressure on the pawn on d4. Let's see how the opponent is going to react to it. Okay, we have queen e3, and now I'm going to play bishop to f6, putting pressure on the pawn on d4, or maybe now pulling back the knight with the idea of even capturing the pawn on a2, even knight f5, putting pressure on the pawn on the pawn on d4. I believe my position is quite fine, and I'm the one pressing over here. First, I can go for capturing the pawn. That also makes sense. And I can also go for some cheap pose like maybe knight b2. If opponent pushes the pawn, I'm having knight b2. So some cheap pose, some sort of cheap pose, which I'm already having in my backpack. Let's see if the opponent will fall for it. Okay, opponent simply saw through it, I would say. And now maybe I can just play normal chess. Knight f5, trading off the queens. I can put my rook to c2, and that's how I can continue the position with a fine position. Yeah, I decided to trade off the queens. The rook is going to c2, putting pressure on the pawns, and that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Also putting pressure on the pawn on d4, that also makes sense. It's going to be interesting to see how the opponent is going to react to the position. So let's see. Okay, so we have rook a1, and now I can finally go for capturing a pawn. I can finally be a pawn up, and I believe that should be good for me. That should be good for me. I'm a pawn up, and I'm feeling happy. Rook goes back. Knight comes back. I'm a pawn up, with my pieces more developed and active compared to the opponent. Will you play bullet with enough chess 56? For sure. I actually forgot to challenge him, but definitely I'm going to send him the challenge. Yeah. Now I'm having seconds on the clock. I have to play fast, or else I'm going to lose on time, and that's exactly not what I want. Okay, let me get the king now. Check now. Trying to get the rook. Trying to push the pawn and capturing the rook, and that's winning. And now this is winning for sure. This is completely winning. It doesn't matter whatever opponent does. Yeah, she can resign. Yeah, it was a good game. Shweta, you played very well. A very good game. So it was a very solid opening. I played b5, c5, developed my rook, captured a pawn, captured the bishop. And you see, this is how you play chess, guys. This is how you play chess. You have to be a good positional player. Okay, now first let me play with enough chess now. Let's play with enough chess first, and then we can continue. Yeah, let's play enough chess 56. Let me send him the challenge. He wants to play bullet, and he's telling me for so long. So let's play with enough chess finally. Okay, let's play with enough chess first. Then definitely Dragon Imperio we are going to play. Let's develop the bishop. We can take over here. That looks fine to me. We can develop the knight. Can develop the knight as well. If we take, we can take with the pawn. And now we can take the queen. Take the knight. Play e4. Develop the bishop. It's going to be a quick mate, I believe. Check. Check. And that's the mate. So yeah, enough chess. Good game, I would say. Good game. Good game. I thought you fell into England Gambit. Definitely not. I know the theory. I know how to play against it. So no worries. Now knight f6. Bishop goes to d6. Short castle up. First rook e8 check now. c6 protecting the pawn first, and now developing the bishop. Developing the knight. And now first taking the rook. And now I can take over here. Take over here. Knight g4 check. Queen g5. Already a pawn up with a very nice position, I believe. I think the position is good. And now I can move the queen at least. Okay, I'm fine with the queen trade. Developing the pieces. I can take over here maybe. Take over here, knight goes back. Capture another pawn. Okay, attacking the pawn. Attacking the pawn once again. Capturing the pawn, pushing the pawn. Giving a check, capturing another pawn. So like too many pawns up. Capturing another pawn. And now I'm going to run away. Like this. Pushing the pawn. Pushing the pawn. Going back with the knight. Capturing the knight, and that's it. Enough chess, it was a good game. It was an honor playing with you. But I believe that's how far we can go. First, let's them make a queen. Give a check. Give another check. If I push, that would be a draw. I need to capture a pawn. Give a check. Push the pawn. And now that's the winning. And now it's winning for sure, yeah. So GG, good game. Good game, enough chess, good game. Okay, yeah. Okay, you want a rematch for sure. Hello Harsh Bhaiya, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's play 1d4. Okay, let's capture the pawn, develop the knight. And let's play the opening bishop f4. Queen b4 check is the main move. Please play queen b4 check. Why bro, you are not playing queen b6? Queen b4. Okay, let me develop the knight. Opponent can capture the pawn with the bishop. That makes sense. He took with the pawn. Okay, e3. Bishop goes to c4. A push I can take. And now I can already play anything which is winning. But okay, let me play some good chess. a3. Taking the knight back. And now putting the knight on b5. Simply capturing up a pawn. With a better position. And now let's grind out the endgame. I'm having the bishop pair. I'm 2 pawns up with a completely winning position. So I'm going to tell you guys how can you win such positions. So now first get the rook in. Let's push the pawn. Trade off the material. And now first c3 so that there won't be any pressure over here. The opponent can jump in with the knight, but it doesn't really matter because I'm having a good position. Okay, let's see if the opponent will try to trade off the knight for the bishop. Okay, he did not, but this is losing. And okay, let's trade off one pair of rook. How's the idea? Okay, let me take over here. Let me get the knight in. Okay, he did not took actually. Okay, let me get the knight, rook in. Let me take the pawn. Another pawn. Bishop. And okay, this is good enough to win. First, I'm going to block everything and eventually going to win. So yeah, enough chess. It was good. It was a pleasure to play with you. For sure, Richard Joshi. Nah, bro, there's no way. This guy is 1200. भैया एक मैच मेरे साथ भी खेलो. For sure, guys. Let's play with first Dragon Emperor because Dragon is Emperor is staying for so long. Let's play 1e4. So I've beaten Dragon Emperor 9 times, drew 1 game, and lost 1 game as well. Bishop d3. Let's castle up. Having some simple chess, not so crazy stuff. Kind of a cast bird structure. Trading off the e pawn with the c pawn, which is a way to play. Greek gift in second game, yeah. Greek gift. You always need to be alert in terms of tactics if you need to find traps or tricks like Greek gift. Let's develop the knight. Okay, yeah. Let's see how opponent is going to play. Okay, so he simply shot castle, and now a4 is an idea that can be played. I want to play b4, knight b3, knight c5. That's an idea. Okay, let me take over here, and now bishop e2 with the idea of trading everything. Okay, now I want to trade off with the bishop. I should have, but okay, now let me play rook e1. Now the opponent's pawn on d5 is an isolated pawn, so I can put pressure on it at the right time. The opponent is also playing some good chess. Let's play the knight. Basically, after knight d4, if opponent trades everything, I'm still protecting the pawn on the b2. Opponent is still having the weakness over here. And now, maybe I can just progress via queen c2. That makes sense. Just queen c2 with the idea of coming on e1, maybe pushing the pawn. Doing nothing crazy, but just playing some simple chess. That's it. Playing simple chess without complicating a bit. Okay, now f3 maybe can be an idea. F3. He has to play knight f6, I believe. And now, how about b4? Let's actually trade everything over here. Okay, he took with the knight. It was going to be a pre-move. And now, how about queen f5? Attacking the rook and the pawn. And I believe position is interesting. Thank you for playing with me. अगर कभी free हो तो challenge भेज देना. For sure. For sure enough. It was fun to play with you. If you are new, you can subscribe and you can like the stream if you enjoyed it. And now I can play the queen with some cheapos like queen e7, queen e8, and that's how you win the game of chess, by doing some cheapos like this. I should have taken the pawn over here, but okay, never mind. And now I can. How can I play? I can't move my knight. Opponent is definitely threatening rook e8 now. Okay, it's interesting to see the possession. Okay, how to play the possession? Okay, how to play the possession? Got no idea. Okay, let me play b4. If the opponent plays rook e8, I'm having queen g3, at least going back with the queen. Trading of the rooks, and that should be still fine. It's a 3-minute game without any increments, so I have to play fast as I'm only having 23 seconds on the clock. I'm only having 23 seconds on the clock. I have to play fast. Or else it's going to be a bad time for me. I should have taken on h7. Maybe that's where the mistake happened. Okay, the pawn was already protected, so there was no need to do it, but okay, it's fine. Let's play the endgame. We can play the endgame. We know how to play the endgame. I'm actually good at endgames. Occasionally you can play the endgames. You're good at endgames. Let's push the pawn. Okay, let's block it up. Okay, let's go back. Let's push it up. Let's give a check. Okay. Possession is still very rich. Anything can happen. I need to play precise. Okay, I'm having only 0.0. Okay, I ran out of time. Which I'm not sure what happened. Knight se check dena tha. Chaitanya saying 96. Bro took 1200 soul. Winning the rook. King ko hatao. Satyam Jaiswal, bro, do you have over the board rating? Definitely. 1783 is the rating. I'm beginner at chess. I started playing chess from 26 December 2024, and I have a FIDE rating of 1424 at Rapid. Congratulations. Okay, definitely I was winning. Let's be honest. Definitely Dragon Imperior, you played a good chess. I should have simply took the pawn. That's winning. That's literally winning. Okay, let's play with Jay Rajput. Jay Bhaiya, who is one of my friend. How to get over the board rating? So basically, you get the over the board rating by playing rating tournaments. You get FIDE rating by playing FIDE tournaments. If you live in India, there is a official website, aicf.in, All India Chess Federation, aicf.in. You go to that website. You go to the calendars section. It displays all the tournaments that are going to happen in India, all over the India, in a year. So basically, you can choose the one event which is maybe closest to your home destination. You go there, you play the tournament, you beat rated players, and you eventually win the. You basically eventually open up your FIDE rating. That's how the process goes. भैया मैं खेलूंगा नेक्स्ट मैच फॉर श्योर. अंशुल नंबर व्हाट्स योर ID? Can you please share your ID so that I'm able to know that you are the one? And now E6. Okay, simply E6 now, as the bishop is not getting kind of trapped. Bishop E7. And now there could be some ideas to expand on the queen side. That also makes sense. Maybe the queen is not doing anything, so pulling back the queen makes sense. With the idea of b5, a5, maybe a4 makes sense. I can put my knight on a5, stopping this annoying push maybe. And it's a good question to see. So knight d7 is an idea that I can play, but I would first like to play knight d4. I want to trade this knight so that I can put my knight on b3, and that looks like a good idea to me. And my age is 9 and my FIDE rating is 1424. Yeah, definitely Arnav, you are doing quite good. Keep going, keep playing chess, keep enjoying. You need to enjoy first. If you're not enjoying, there's no point of playing chess. So you should eventually enjoy the game of chess, and you are eventually going to improve. But enjoying is the first thing. By darwaza theek hai aaj. हाँ भाई, definitely the door has been repaired finally, and I'm pretty happy about it. The knight is jumping on b3. Maybe the opponent can push, but knight b3, the queen have to move. I can take it. The possession looks fine, and now knight b3. maybe first knight b3 attacking the rook, which makes a bit more sense. Where can this rook go? Maybe on a2. Maybe rook a2. Bishop takes on g2, rook g1. Bishop takes on h3. He can take on g7. Possession is interesting. It's a matter of time to see. It's a matter of time to see what will the opponent play. Okay, so opponent played the move bishop a5. Okay, bishop h5. Okay, maybe g6. How about g6? Attacking the bishop, attacking the rook, attacking the pawn. And after bishop g2, now there is no rook g1 anymore because g7 is no longer hanging because the pawn is already on g6, which is protected by the f7 pawn. So I believe this is already good. क्या पढ़ते हो आप? So I'm currently doing BBA. Okay, so we have f3. I can take the bishop, which also makes sense. But I'm thinking to simply pull back the bishop. I can take this, he can take this. I can take this. He can take this. I can play rook f8. Okay, rook f8, I'm not sure if it's working. I'm not sure if it's working. It's a thing to understand and play. Bishop f5 is definitely a move that can be played. Bishop f5 makes sense. Bishop f5 makes sense. I'm still attacking the bishop and the rook. And none of my pieces are currently hanging. So g4. A bit too aggressive, I believe. First, allow me to give a check. Allow me to give a check. And now allow me to take the knight, take the rook. He took this, and now allow me to take the bishop. And I believe the opponent can go for capturing the pawn, which makes the thing even more interesting, but I'm simply going to capture it back. With absolutely no pain, no gain. And now the queen goes to f6 with the idea of bishop g5 maybe. Maybe doing a long castle and getting the pieces on the board. On the king side, that makes sense. Yeah. Bishop g5. Let's trade off the bishops. I'm going to take with the pawn, and position looks good. Position is still good for me, I believe. I'm already exchange up. Opponent king is much weaker than mine, and it should be definitely good for black. It's just about thing like how to finish this game off. Definitely this is winning for me, for sure. Yeah, I thought that opponent might play this, but believe me, it's not working. To make the things even more interesting, I'm going to sack the queen. Because I'm having the bishop, 2 rooks, which are more than enough to win the game. Which are absolutely more than enough. And first the bishop goes back, not allowing the queen to get any sort of a counterplay. And now I'm going to capture the pawn first. Going to get the king, not allowing the queen to enter on any spot. Opponent can play b3, that makes sense. I'll pull back the bishop because I want to play. Okay, now maybe rook g8. Just doing this. Okay, now taking with the queen. Still, the queen can enter on h7. That's an option. Now let's get the rooks, both the rooks. And I can already go for capturing some heavy pieces, giving a check. where I'm looking for a finished blow, which is maybe not over here. Bishop goes back to f6 maybe. King goes back. This is winning, but I need to find the win. Check. Getting both the rooks on G on the G file, and now this should be winning. This should be good enough to win. That's what I believe. First, let me take the pawn with the idea of mating him, and some ideas like this as well. And this is winning. Come on, for sure this is winning. Let me play the rook. Some indirect attacks. That can be some possible ideas. Okay, some ideas once again that are possible. Come on, this is winning. And yeah, it's a win. So yeah, Jay Rajput, well played. It was an intense game actually, guys. As you guys can see, it was an intense game. It was an intense game. Let's understand what happened first. So I believe we eventually played some normal game. And this is winning. And the fun part that I liked about here is sacrificing the queen and then just outplaying the guy with a completely winning position, in a completely winning position. And that's it. That's literally it. Yeah. To be true, I enjoyed it and it was fun to play. Let's play with Yash Beast Boy. Anshul Lamba, definitely I'm going to play with you again after this game. Let's play after this game, Anshul Lamba. Okay, so we have Queen's Gambit. Let's play the Queen's Indian Defense, which is an interesting opening. So hello Anshdeep Singhs, OP. Thank you. So b4, what is b4? I can take the pawn. Maybe b3 was an idea, but maybe it was a mouse slip or something. Let's take in castle up. Bishop goes to b7. Okay. The pawn goes to d6. The knight goes to d7. Maybe queen e7 e5 can be an idea. Love you, bro. Thank you. If you are new, if you're loving it, make sure to like and subscribe. Anshdeep Singh. So yeah, another thing I have not played after I got my FIDE rating. Tell me how to improve it and get 1500. You need to basically improve on your chess. As you improve on your chess, you feel confident. You improve your online rating. You can play tournaments and you can improve your FIDE rating further. And you can even open up your classical rating. Okay. Let's play e5. Let's play e5. For sure, Yash. For sure. In half an hour, I'm going to sleep. Okay, so Kamlesh Makwana is saying, hey bro, it's me again. I don't know, but I have been losing so many games lately. I don't if something is wrong. I don't know if something is wrong, but almost lost more than 200 just today. 1 week, I was touching my peak of 1932 now. So basically, Kamlesh Makwana, I think, at this particular moment when your brain is kind of not functioning very well, you should take a break. And I'm no kidding, this has happened not only to me, but to be true, this happens to every chess player. This is the time you should take some break out of chess It depends, but I believe the best way here is to take some break out of chess. Like just solve puzzles. Just solve puzzles. Don't play game for 2 to 3 days. Just only watch the games, play puzzles, and that's what you do. And eventually, after 2 or 3 days, you will eventually start having the feeling that I want to play chess. You're going to get the feeling, and that's the moment to strike. Use that opportunity to play games and eventually boost up the rating. That's how you should do it. And believe me, this has happened to me numbers of time, and not only to me, but every chess player faces this. This is the reality. Oh, okay. I know if you go to you go to a fitted tournament. Yeah, SS Gaming, perfect. Take a break and have a Kit Kat. Perfect. So basically, you go to a tournament. Okay, so first I can trade out the pieces, which also makes sense. Okay, let me play Bishop G4. I'm loving Bishop G4. So you basically go to a tournament, a rated tournament. There is a website of AICF.in, which is all India Chess Federation.in. In that website, basically, there is all the tournaments are listed over there that are happening in a year, in every state. You can decide a tournament, go there, and play the tournament. And that's how you are going to open up the rating. Now I'm going to capture the knight, put the knight over here, and eventually going to win the game. The question is to see how the opponent is going to react to it. How the opponent is going to react to it. Okay. Knight is coming in. He can't take the knight. Queen is hanging. And this is good enough to win. It's going to be 3 attacks and it's going to be a nearly game over. The opponent can't defend it. The opponent can't defend it, and that's going to be game over. This is going to be game over. So first I think I can start with maybe just capturing the knight with the bishop. I can be an exchange up and eventually win the game. FIDE online arena पे भी speedrun करना. FIDE online arena, I think that is something paid version. I'm not having the money to do so. I'm not having the money. Basically, to get if you need money to play FIDE online arena, get title like Arena Grandmaster, Arena International Master. I don't want these types of titles. I want some real title, you see. Kamlesh Makwana, bro, it hurts so much to lose a game. I almost broke my mouse and pulled out 20 hairs from my hair in frustration. This happens. This is the time you should take the break. You should take some break. Hey bro, I'm 1876 in FIDE. One play, one blitz, one match for sure. For sure, Skype. Why Hindi aati hai kya? For sure, but I'm trying to improve my vocabulary by communicating as much as possible. So please don't mind. Where are you, bro? I'm at my home. Okay, another thing, in MP no classical tournament is there. In MP there are many tournaments happening. The free rating wali karna world chess rating. Okay, let's capture the rook. Let me get the rook. Sindarov GM2. I will send you accept after this for sure. How to improve bullet chess? Bullet is something. It depends person to person. I love bullet. I love to play bullet. If there would have been a bullet championship, among players like me, I'm pretty confident at my speed that I'm going to win the game. I'm going to win the tournament. It's going to be fun. I'm pretty good at it, and I'm pretty confident about it. So here's the idea. It's quite simple. I can trade off the rooks as well. Get the rook on the open die. open file, get the queen in, give some checks in. You see now some checks are coming in, and the possession is winning. But there is no classical tournament. Okay, check out the circulars. You will find some. I'm pretty sure. Allow me to give some checks. Check. And finally we capture the queen. We capture the queen, we win the game. We capture the bishop. And I can also do some like pre-move everything and I can win, but still this is winning. Okay, now let's first let's play with Anshul Lamba because he's waiting for quite a long time. So definitely after Skype, can we play after this because Anshul Lamba is playing waiting for so long and I have not played with him. So I think it makes sense to play against him first. Okay. Hi bro, just finished 2 hours of study. Okay. Yeah, you can go out of state and you can play tournaments. That's what youngsters do at your age. They go out or off state, they play tournament and they eventually gain experience and they eventually improve. That's how what happens. That's what happens. Knight goes to c3. Okay. And I'm going to play g3, which is the main move in the position. That's how you play this. Man, I told you to accept. You started another. Sorry, Skype. Anshul Lamba was waiting for so long. After this match, we are definitely going to play. We are definitely going to play after this. Do you want to play Blitz or a Bullet? Hello, Ganeet Kumar. After London system, what opening I should be learning now? With the white piece or with the black? With the black pieces, French is a good opening. Because it's kind of easy. It's a kind of a compact opening. That's what I personally believe. And with the white pieces, I believe you can go for maybe Queen's Gambit now. Queen's Gambit is a good opening that you can try after London opening. Where to learn opening theory for free? You have come to the best channel. I've already made videos on openings covering a lot of theory. Basically, you're going to have a complete idea about how to play that particular opening. I'm pretty sure about it. Can I play before Skype? let's first play with Skype and then eventually let's play SS Gaming. Okay, let me develop the bishop to b2. Double field shadow. The pawn goes to e3. And that's how are we going to play. Madara nahi आया आज तभी चाट पूरी प्योर है आज. Maybe, yeah. Okay, so let's play e3 now. Stopping g4 stuff. My idea is to play knight b5, knight d4, and that's how you play this position, and that's exactly how I am going to play the position. Made says please for sure Ujjwal game. How can I not play against Ujjwal as my name is also Ujjwal? But first, let's play against Skype. He's a strong guy. He says, and yeah, so let's do it. Let's check out who wins and who comes out on the top. Maybe his favorite opponent, his favorite player is maybe Jao Kisundero. This could be an idea. Maybe because his user ID is GM Sindarov, so maybe. Am I right? Takes. Maybe I should have taken with the bishop. But okay. Never mind. Knight takes. Rook goes to c1. Rook goes to c1. And now, how to play? How to continue? Okay, I can play queen e2. I can also take, which also makes sense. But I don't want to take. I'm going to pull back the knight to d2, e2 with the idea of bishop g4. I'm going to do the same thing but with a different order. Okay. My idea is to palo. For sure. For sure. Let's first play with Sky. इंग्लिश में बोरिंग हो जाती है स्ट्रीम. ऐसा है क्या? स्ट्रीम बोरिंग हो रही थी? Is Scotch opening good for beginners? I believe. Yeah, it's a good opening for beginners. Scotch Gambit is the one which, if you are a beginner, you can use that particular gambit in heavy use, and you can score some heavy points for sure. That's particular opening that I'm still afraid of because I don't really know how to play against it effectively. I need to work upon it. And now I can take over here maybe. Though that's not necessary. I'll first play the rook attacking over here. And let's see what will opponent play. Opponent क्या खेलेंगे भाई? Opponent ने bishop पीछे लिया है. Okay, now how to play. My idea is to play knight here and some cheapos already. Some cheapos in the bag. Cause Scotch opening सीख के आऊँगा और तुम्हारे सामने खेलूँगा for sure. Okay, now this is winning. I'm winning a piece now. Anshul Lamba has already been caught in a cheapo, which I set it up. Takes, and I win a piece. And now this is winning. I should have first took the knight, but that's also fine. It doesn't change much because it's still winning. Going to capture the pawn. Maybe going to capture the pawn over here as well. First attacking over here. Then attacking over here. And then just maybe knight over here. Not allowing the opponent to get any sort of a counter play. Just getting the king, and that's how you win. Come on, black, you're not going to push. This is not going to be your queen. You won't be able to make the queen, and this is winning. First, I won't allow the opponent to get his king into my camp, and this is definitely better for me. Hi, Hunter Baba. Hello, Hunter Baba. How are you? Let me give a check and capture that pawn. That's for free. Opponent can push maybe, yeah. But still the opponent's king can't enter, and that's completely winning for me, yeah. I'll get my king, activating my king. That makes sense. Check, push. Let's get the king in. Let's get the king in. Let's capture some pawns, and that's how you win. Let's take this. Let's take this. If he takes this, I can push. If he takes the knight, I can push. Yeah, this is already winning. Come on. Come on, let's go. I think you... Actually, now you can resign, yeah. It was a fine game. But definitely there was a point where I should have played like bishop d4. Okay, now let's play with Sindar of GM. Chu. And let's see how does he play. Let's see how Sindar of GM 2 plays. c4, d4, c4. We have knight f3, okay. He takes. We have Queen's Gambit accepted. Bonk Cloud is a very good opening. It's a very good opening. Played by many top players. No, sorry, played by only selected top players in the world, including Magnus Carlsen for sure. You ask why? Because he's the GOAT. He can play the Bonk Cloud. If you want to play Bonk Cloud, you need to be a super grandmaster. Not only super grandmaster, but super grandmaster. Let's capture with the knight. Let's play for stopping b5. The position is still very interesting and anything can happen. But let's see. Okay, how about b3? If opponent takes, I will take with the pawn, having the bishop pair with a fine position. Especially Hikaru and Magnus. Exactly. SS Gaming. Bro flexing his English. I'm trying to improve my English. That is the only reason I'm trying to converse in English. I want to improve my English. So I decided, like in the morning while bathing, while having a bath, I should try to speak more English. So I thought, why not speaking English while doing streaming? It's a new experience, guys. So please don't mind. Please don't mind. Bro, Magnus कोई opening खेल के सामने वाले को crush कर सकता है. Exactly. Shower thoughts, yeah, exactly. It's more of a shower thoughts, yeah. We have e5. The knight goes back. I can't take. I can play h3. Stopping bishop g4 ideas. Okay, I can take now. He can't take because the rook is hanging. I can take a pawn now. I can take a pawn as well. And I'm 2 pawns up with a very good position. So now capturing third pawn and being officially 2 pawns up. Okay, I can play this. He takes. Seems like an idea to me. Shall I go for it? Or maybe just knight f3. Just centralizing the pieces. Maybe queen e2, rook d1 can be an idea. Playing chess as normally as how it should be. Yeah. Okay, good night, bro. Bye, Ujjwal Gaming. I wanted to play against you, but okay. We'll play some next time for sure. Rook d1. Let's play rook d1. Bro, कौन सी opening का counter नहीं आता है तुमको? I don't remember. I believe. Come on, I have played chess for the past 8 years. I know most of the openings and how to play against it. I need to play fast, or else my opponent is going to beat me on time, and that's the worst thing that can happen to me. Capturing the trading as many pieces as possible, but the opponent is not allowing me to do it. Let's trade off the pieces. Or I should say, let's try to trade off the pieces. Come on, blundering the queen doesn't make sense. Wow, I don't have any words. It was completely winning for me, but the problem is, like, just going a big back. That's completely winning for me, and suddenly I blundered the queen. You see? What's this? I should have played knight d4. Trading of the knights. I'm a pawn up. I'm 2 pawns up, and that's winning. Okay, Sindarov, it was a good game. It was a good game. फ्री की क्वीन छोड़ नहीं दी भाई. फ्री की क्वीन मर गई भाई. Let's play g5. Let's play c5. Let's play knight c6. And let's play queen b6. You managed to take his queen. उसकी queen भी मर रही थी क्या? To be true, no idea. But let me check actually. मुझे देखना है. Queen मर रही थी उसकी? Could I have captured his queen? At which moment his queen is hanging? I don't think his queen was hanging at any particular moment. Only mine queen was hanging all the time. And that's the fact. Let's develop the bishop. भाई नींद पूरी नहीं है इसलिए कुछ भी खेलता हूँ. लास्ट के मूव में हैंगिंग थी क्वीन. नाइट से मार रही थी यार. हैं? लास्ट के मूव में. लेट मी चेक. क्या बात कर रहे हो? When? Wow. Wow. 92. Why did I play G3? Insane chess by insane people. Yeah, guys, you are definitely right. The queen was hanging. The queen was hanging. Queen definitely मर रही थी. Crazy, crazy. Okay भाई, अब 340 इलो वाले के साथ खेल रहे हैं भाई. सुख पालो. थोड़ा जानते हैं इनके बारे में. कोई नहीं. So e3 खेला opponent ने. Let's play bishop e7, and guys, let's keep it the last game of the day, so that I can go to sleep, as I need to work. I need to wake up early in the morning, as I need to go for playing tennis tomorrow early morning. So that's why. f5 short castle, and that's how the thing goes. f5 short castle. How will the opponent play? Guys, if you're loving the stream, if you're having fun, please like, follow, subscribe. That's a must. Takes. And let's play the bishop, putting pressure on the knight. If he takes the knight, I would be so glad. But the point is, वो मारेगा कि नहीं मारेगा भाई? Rahul Nayak, knight to h5. Okay. Queen c7. You missing free queens like that makes me feel so good. I'm not the only one, at least. Definitely भाई, सब मिस करते हैं. It's it happens to everybody, I believe. King h8, rook g8, g5, g4. Even Levin Aronian has gave up free queen against Magnus Carlsen in the World Blitz Championship. अगर आप लोगों ने चेस बेस पे वीडियो देखा हो, आपको पता होगा. भाई बाद में ही खेलते हैं भाई. मैं एक्चुअली काफ़ी ज़्यादा वो हो गया हूँ, एग्जॉस्टेड नाउ. लेट्स प्ले टुमारो. कल खेलेंगे भाई, बट अभी ये वाला गेम तो जीत कर जाते हैं. लेट्स गो एंड विन दिस गेम फर्स्ट. पहले Okay, opponent trying to play some good chess. Let's put pressure over here. Okay, opponent has played push, and now maybe I can take. I can take the pawn. Uh, I can take the pawn first, attacking the queen and the rooks. First taking the rook now, +4, and that's winning. भाई exchange अब कैसे जीते हैं? Okay, for sure. How to win exchange up possession? That's a very good idea, and I'm going to make a video on it. You said it. Need to capture a photo. I'll click photo of your comment, and I'm going to make a video on it. Yeah. It's going to be fun. Okay, now let me give a check. Let me give some checks. And let me get the rooks. Let me get the rook. And let's try to win this. Let's try to win this game. I'm already winning this, but still. If he trades the bishop with his knight, I would be happy. Let's go back with the bishop. The queen is getting in. Maybe some checks ideas. Chess check. Okay. 4 महीनों से सजेशन दे रहा हूँ. कौन से पे यार? इस पे क्या? मेरे फर्स्ट प्री बोर्ड के पेपर लीक हो गए थे, इसलिए प्री बोर्ड 2.0 आ रहे हैं. अरे वाह भाई. भाई आपको ऐसे बता दूँ, प्री बोर्ड ज़्यादा हार्ड होते हैं बोर्ड से. बस प्री बोर्ड में तुम्हें इतना स्ट्रेस बढ़ा के पढ़ाई करनी पड़ती है, ठीक है, कि तुम ऑलरेडी प्री बोर्ड देने के बाद बोर्ड्स के लिए तैयार हो जाते हो. ठीक है, जो अच्छी बात है. तो अगर प्री बोर्ड में प्रेशर फील कर रहे हो ना 3-4 महीने पहले ही, और तुमने सब पढ़ लिया है, तो आपको बोर्ड में मेहनत करनी नहीं पड़ेगी. आप क्या ब्रेन में ऑलरेडी चीज़ें डली हुई हैं, आपने ऑलरेडी पढ़ी हुई हैं वो चीज़ें, तो आपको जल्दी समझ में आएगा. इसलिए आई थिंक प्री बोर्ड काफ़ी ज़रूरी है, और आपको प्री बोर्ड इज्जत से पढ़ना चाहिए. लाइक आपको इज्जत से प्री बोर्ड के लिए पढ़ना चाहिए. प्री बोर्ड तो कैसे पढ़ोगे? क्वीन मत खेलना यार, बहुत लंबा जाएगा गेम यार. खेल दिया आपने, मैं जल्दी ख़त्म कर दूंगा. बट भाई अब लंबा नहीं चला रहा मैं. हो गया है भाई. लेट मी गेट द किंग भाई जल्दी से. लेट मी फिनिश इट ऑफ. एटलीस्ट इंक्रीमेंट है, so feeling happy about it. This should be winning, yeah. This is winning, not this should be winning. One push or mate हो रही है अब. So yeah, it was a good game भाई. मजा आया. Well played. It was fun. So yeah. क्रेजी. अगर ऐसा है तो क्रेजी है भाई. हेलो एविएशन. चलो दोस्तों, आज के लिए इतना ही रखते हैं. थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन. आई होप आप लोगों को मज़ा आया हो. इफ़ यू हैड फन, अगर आप लोग नए हो प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब, लाइक एंड शेयर विथ योर फ्रेंड्स वीडियोस. आप वीडियोस चेकआउट कर सकते हैं. आई होप यू एंजॉय इट. और जो आते ही हैं उनको तो मज़ा आता ही है. ठीक है. So thank you guys for joining in. कल मिलते हैं. Bye bye. Good night.